Hello guys, welcome once again to Think Tank TV. Now, facts has emerged showing that Nyesom Wike, the former governor of Rivers State and the current FCT minister, has shared $30,000 to all the National Working Committee members of the People's Democratic Party ahead of the National Executive Council meeting that is supposed to be holding today. Yes, it is actually a fight for the soul of the People's Democratic Party. I'd like you to take a look at the caucus meeting that was held just a few hours ago, where we had the cream de la cream of the People's Democratic Party, like the likes of Atiku Abubakar, the former presidential candidate, Nyesom Wike, Governor Siminalayi Fubara, and other PDP governors. The cream de la cream were right in the meeting to decide the agenda of the National Executive Council meeting that will be holding just a few hours from now. Take a look.
Now, the question is whether IU has really withdrawn the case, because with a legal encumbrance, it will be difficult for the NEC to take any decisive action. But be as it may, it is the turn of this North Central to complete their tenure. And so if IU is not there, it is the North Central that will complete their tenure. Having said that, it does not preclude the fact that Damagun will only revert back to his status quo, the initial position he was voted for. But will that be possible today? Today will only be a decision day. It is a decision whether the NEC will agree to say, okay, this thing should revert back, and or we'll say, okay, let us have a mini convention to be able to elect somebody from the North Central to complete the tenure, or to call for a special convention, to address this matter. Whatever the NEC will decide today, which is within the constitutional provisions of our party, it will not be out of place to say, okay, even if they decide that, okay, Damagun should continue as acting pending certain things are put aright before he can be replaced. These are all within the powers of NEC.
I've seen it for yourself. Now, before I go ahead to show you a video of Dr. Ruben Abati and Rufai Hussein, who has gone ahead to grill a staunch member of the People's Democratic Party in person of Umar Sani, who was a media advisor to Namadi Sambo, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to give us full details as to what exactly we should be expecting from the NEC meeting that we're holding in the People's Democratic Party today, and some of the major issues that is bedeviling the People's Democratic Party. Let me jump right into showing you an investigative journalist that has brought the facts to bear for people to get to see that Nyesom Wike has spent over $30,000 on each of the National Executive Council member, all in a bid to determine decisions that will be taken with respect to the People's Democratic Party meetings that will be coming up soon. Take a look. So this information was put out by Jackson Ude, who is an investigative journalist. So Wike sharing $30,000 each for NEC members to keep current PDP executive for Tinubu ahead of 2027 election.
There are stories out there that Ambassador Damagun has been chosen, anointed by Nyesom Wike, the minister of the FCT, who remains a member of the PDP. I was seen at the various meetings on television. So what will be the outcome today? Would Ambassador Damagun remain in office automatically, or the party is likely to have a convention very soon to properly select a chairman for the party? What do you think could be the things we should expect today in terms of outcome?
Well, in terms of outcome, the NEC is the second largest organ of the party, only second to the National Convention. As such, the NEC has wider powers as provided for in the party's constitution, one of which is that they are at liberty to determine whether a vacancy exists, in the office of the national chairman. If previously it didn't exist because there was a court case that was encumbering, the redirection of the position of the national chairman. Now, from information available, that Dr. Iyocha Ayu has withdrawn his court case, which also must be presented before NEC for them to be very certain that there is no any legal encumbrance. Then one can say that there is, ample opportunity for the party to now take a position.
Thank you so much. So at the moment it cannot be called because even for the agenda it's not clear what exactly will be on that agenda according to what you've mentioned. But I want you to examine the different, permit me to use the word factions. People who have come out to say, okay, we're supporting this person's view. On one hand, it's former governor of Rivers State, now Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike. On the other hand, it's a support for, we want, the current acting chairman to step down and the likes, and the leader and so on. So there are conversations around the fact that even ahead of the meeting, there are divisions that exist. How do you think, the meeting later on today would repair those divisions to strengthen the party? As has been said previously on this show, this is a make or mar meeting, and the decisions that would come out of this meeting could determine the future of the PDP. What would you say about these different factions, groups supporting different opinions?
Well, I would not rather like to call it factions. I would rather say some interest groups, because politics is all about interest, and every segment, every part of the party, everybody wants to show that I have contributed immensely to this party and I deserve this or that. Now, the Wike is, propounding the theory that after the loss of the party, he has been the one that has been, marketing the party, has been shouldering responsibility, both financial and otherwise. And as such, he is entitled to be the highest stakeholder in the party. But, PDP governors also are in disagreement. They also have their own interests, because at the end of the day, they either want to contest for presidency or what have you. So they also have now aligned themselves to say, okay, no, we are not the ones sponsoring the party. We are the leaders of our party, and we are the ones providing for even those states that have no government or PDP. And as such, it is a responsibility that the party owes us to allow us to determine the future of the party. Of course, the presidential candidate of the party at the last election also feels, a sense of entitlement as a fact that I'm one of the foundation members of the party. I have nurtured the party, if not for the fact that I had an issue with my boss, I wouldn't have left the party, for future endeavors. Now that I'm back, I want to ensure that, being a founding father, that I maintain, those core values which we had already set for the party to succeed. So everybody is, flaunting what he is entitled to and what he thinks and how he thinks the party should go. But again, it is a battle for the soul of the party. Everybody wants to have somebody who will do his bidding, who will support his cause, and who will do whatever he wants to do in the future. The question now is, how will that be resolved, today? Now, if we go into the meeting with such prejudices and some interest divisions, the meeting will turn out to be very heated, and then at the end of the day, perhaps no meaningful decision may be taken.
You've seen it for yourself. Now, a lot of people have come out to say the decisions of the National Executive Council meeting that will be held today will determine whether truly the People's Democratic Party has the ability to become a strong opposition in the Nigerian nation. Because it's obvious that Nyesom Wike and some other governors had come out and said, yes, we voted for the All Progressives Congress and we will vote for them in 2027 and there's nothing you can do about it. Regardless of all that, like you saw in the caucus meeting that just held a few hours ago, Nyesom Wike was validly seated in that meeting as a PDP member. And obviously, the People's Democratic Party has not come out to do anything about it. This brings about the issues of indiscipline in the People's Democratic Party and how many people has condemned actions of the national chairman in person of Damagun and the National Executive Council, who has not come out to say anything all this while after Nyesom Wike and many other PDP stakeholders have been displaying anti-party activities. I'd like you to go to the comment section and drop your thoughts. Let's get to know what you think about the current actions of Nyesom Wike, Damagun, the National Party Chairman, Atiku Abubakar, and every other person who has obviously come out to take actions that would obviously benefit them in the next coming general election. Do well to also hit the like button so that YouTube can recommend this video for more people to get to see exactly what's happening in the People's Democratic Party, and we shall continue to be here to serve you.